Hey, hey, I'm live. I'm finally live, y'all. So we can talk if y'all want to talk. Talk about whatever y'all want to talk about. Let me cut this light on so we can get some better light here. Yes, yes. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? What's going on? Waiting for some viewers. Y'all can get in them chats. What's going on, y'all? How y'all doing? Yes, yes. All the way, all the way. Finally got enough views to go live, so here I am. What y'all want to talk about? Hey, hey, how you doing? How you doing, my sister? Both of y'all, how y'all doing? Yes, yes, yes. Loving it, loving it. Okay, I just left the gym actually. I was thinking about some things when I was at the gym. Thinking about a lot of situations that we go through as Africans in our city. I, that's good. That's good. Glad you're doing well. I know sometimes I feel like a loner, but I guess that's a good feeling because um, I know I'm reaching my highest peak when it comes to my spiritual level. And in order for us to reach our highest peak, we have to be alone at a lot of certain times. Um, when it's sunny outside like this, well, in my city it's sunny. So pretty soon I'm gonna be at the park and I'm gonna be sunbathing. And I don't care who looks at me, I'll throw my hands in the air and I'll bathe in the sun for probably about 30, 40 minutes, get that good energy. That's my second part of my workout. So, I just want you guys, to realize, when that sun is shining, that's power that we need. You know what I'm saying? That's power that we can have on our own. Um, I see y'all in the chats, what y'all want to talk about. Let me know. We can start a conversation about anything y'all want to know. Actually, I'm going to show y'all some books. Right now, this is like one of my favorite books right here. I love this book. I've been reading this for probably about a month now. Um, when I'm feeling myself, I want to get some poetry in my brain. So this is a good, a good book for poetry or whatever. But this book right here, I'm about to show you guys, man. Everybody should have this book. Everybody, every African American should have this book. This tells you everything that you need to know about Christopher Columbus. Everything. Everything you need to know. Yes, they are. They are good reads. I'll tell y'all another good read. This is a very good read. And this book right here will be out of print in like two years, I think. So this is something that y'all probably want to get and put in y'all collection too. Um, this book as well. This book will be out of print in probably about 2 years. Turn it around so y'all can see. See, and she's from Chicago. And she has other books too. This is the very first book I read when I came awoken, when I came into my spiritual self. This is the very first book I read. Oh yeah, it was high, but it's worth it. Trust me, it's worth it to have. I go out and spend $100 on a hoodie, so I know I could spend $50 on a book. On our knowledge. You see what I'm saying? So when it comes to our knowledge, it's nothing high. It's our knowledge. So I wouldn't look at it as it being high. It's going to benefit you in the end. You see what I'm saying? We spend money on materialistic things that we don't even really need. So when it comes to stuff like this, yes, I do spend that money on them books. because it's something that I can give to my kids, when they get older. Um, I'm gonna have to actually next time I'm gonna set up in my office. I just this is my first time streaming it, so I just seeing was it gonna work. And I'm in my one of the rooms in my apartment, so better reception here. Oh yes, yes, yes. Those are good books as well to have. I actually got a couple of those books. I don't even have them at my house right now. They're at my office. But yeah, those are very good books to read too. Yeah. Another thing I want to talk about, since I got all women on the chat right now, I just want you guys to know how powerful you are. You guys are basically the leaders of the new world that's about to form. Um, you guys backbones are so strong to where us kings, we have to ride, you know what I'm saying, y'all backbone to get our point across. It's easier for a group of youngsters to listen to a female versus a male. So once you guys start posting things on Facebook, posting different types of sayings about what we are and what we represent, you know what I'm saying? The Almighty Ma'at, 42 laws. A lot of people will follow behind you guys. I have a couple of followers too, but you African women, you guys are the backbone of this revolution, and it's not televised. You see what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, um, we got to realize that who holds the power and who holds the key for us to move on. Us as Americans over here, we actually play a significant part in the movement and the revolution, because once we come together, Africa will unite. You see what I'm saying? Bob Marley said it in one of his songs. It's called "Moving Out of Babylon." Actually, and, when we say Babylon, that's something mental. That's mental slavery. That's slavery that was put on us from the churches and everything. We ride through the communities of the black neighborhoods, and the only thing we see is liquor stores, churches, and fast food restaurants. There's no there's no gyms in the neighborhood. There's nothing healthy for us to eat. In order for me to work out, I have to go in Humpville to work out. You see what I'm saying? I don't. I'm comfortable. I'm comfortable anywhere I go, but it's just a far drive. It's other things that I have to do after I work out, and I have to drive all the way back across town just to handle my business. So what I'm about to start doing is just getting a group of people, and we're gonna go through the neighborhoods where all of these churches and all of these fast food restaurants, and we're gonna set up a petition. We're gonna give them an ultimatum, because at the end of the day, they on our land. Anything that we walk on outside is our land. We're indigenous to this. We're the originals of this world. So in order for us to feel that way, we have to walk in those shoes. So when we walk in places like that, we got to walk in places like that with authority and let them know, like, listen, y'all in our neighborhoods, we ain't about to go for this no more. We need some healthy alternatives. We need to get if this McDonald's in here, we need to get some more salads, because in my neighborhoods it's probably it's like 5 McDonald's within 10 miles where I stay at. It's one neighborhood where there's 10 restaurants, no grocery stores, just corner stores, and Dollar Generals and Dollar Trees. I don't know if you guys have Dollar Trees. They give us those alternatives to shopping stores where all the foods are frozen. So when you go to those stores and you buying these frozen foods, all it is a food pantry for big industries like Kroger's, Walmart, Myers, Giant Eagle. They all own pretty much warehouses with back stock of groceries. That's the warehouses is all freezer, and then they have a dry stock area as well. So with those small stores, convenience stores that are selling frozen foods, that's where they shop from. They shop out of those big industry pantries. So you know how the churches have the pantry set up. There's no different. There's no difference from that. You see what I'm saying? So if you guys know people that are actually shopping and yeah, they do want to kill us. And my thing is, my mom always told me when you go to a grocery store, you never should buy any meat that's frozen. That means that meat's been sitting um, either longer than what it should, and they have the capability of changing the date on the meat. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no need of looking at that meat. If it's frozen, it's old. I prefer you guys not to even be on any type of meat in order for you to reach your highest spiritual your level, because at the end of the day, our ancestors will not enter a dirty body. They will not even come near us. They'll move on to the next candidate, or they'll move on to the next spiritual person that's being awakened. We can't play with our body. We can't play with our spiritual realm. We can't play with any of that. I don't know if you guys ever watched a movie or listen to some music, and there are certain messages in the music that you get, but the other person might not get. I wanted to talk about that too, because I was actually coming home with a workout buddy one day, and I was listening to Pharrell NERD album, and there was a couple of songs on there. Well, actually, that whole album is like a message to us. I'm about to show you guys the exact title of it and how it looks, because this is something that you guys can actually I don't know if you can see that. It's the one with the tongue out. Trying to get it focused. There we go. No one ever really dies. Okay, and y'all see my Nipsey Hustle down there too. Um, that CD right there, whoo, that's a powerful CD. You can actually throw some headphones and go and sunbathe to that CD, and you're gonna feel like you floating. You're gonna feel like you have so much energy. Um, a lot of us got energy, and we scared to use it. We got a lot of time, but we abuse our time. Sometimes I try not to abuse my time, because time is more important than money to me. So ancestors walk away from you, they will come back after. Yes, they will. And guess what them ancestors will do? They will make your life a living hell until you actually clean up. It happened to me. I knew I wasn't supposed to be eating meat. What's going on, Sticks, man? I hope you're doing better. How you doing, man? Hey, you guys, I want y'all to send Sticks some shout outs, man. This brother just left the hospital battling some serious issues with some stuff that's going on. I don't want to put his business out here, but we all have to help each other, because at the end of the day, we're brothers and sisters through nature. I tell people, it's only three things that, hey, how you doing? How you doing? Who is? Never seen her before. Um, keep them devils out of our chat, though. At the end of the day, we are brothers and sisters through nature. I tell people at the end of the day, it's only three things on this planet with melatonin, and it's only three things on this planet with melatonin. That's us, animals, and plants. You see what I'm saying? Yes, we got to send them healing. So at the end of the day, we are brothers through nature. Everybody battles something. It's a battle and a challenge. Never look at it as a problem, because when you look at it as a problem, it takes a hold of everything that you're doing throughout the day. So when you look at it as a challenge, I like conquering challenges. We warriors at the end of the day. We not warriors, we warriors. That's what they made the concept of worry out of warrior. No, we warriors. You see what I'm saying? We go on our own, and we battle on our own. And whoever wants to follow us, they follow us. And if not, we a one-man show. I can shut some stuff down by myself. I don't need an army. You know what I'm saying? I'm a one-man show. I'm a warrior. I'm a rebel. I go against any grain that the white man put against us. You see what I'm saying? And I break barriers. So we all have that strength. You see what I'm saying? Yes, yes, great, yes. Thank you, Sticks. You already know, man. I'm gonna get with you too, man, so we can get that little program going for you, so we can get you off the meds that the enemy got in store for us. You know, those meds are they don't do us any good. You know, you know, a hospital is basically hospitality. A hospital is no different than the morgue. You see what I'm saying? That's why when you a lot of people don't realize why they hate going to hospitals because of that feeling. Your spirit don't want you there. We're not supposed to. Our body is not supposed to be sick. We're not supposed to be suffering from anything. Anything that we suffer from is from us eating or doing the wrong things, indulging in um, conversations that you shouldn't indulge in. That breaks your body down. Indulging in arguments that you shouldn't be indulging in. Just being around negative people will break your body down. That's why it's recommended for us to be by ourselves. We all can connect at one point in time, and we all are going to connect at one point in time. I have a feeling that it's going to come a time and day to where everybody that's on the last that gets on Lance Scarf show, and that's my brother. I'll be on the show again when he gets back in town. Um, you know, anybody that's connected with those brothers, brother Kwaku, um, General Kwaku, you know, we're all gonna meet at one point in time. Yes, only dead things like the freezer cold, like freezing cold. Yes, you know, they put enough preservatives in those meats and everything that they freeze to hold that. That's why when you get it home and you unthaw it, it might turn to a different color. One thing that you got to realize, meat is not pink. It's not red, flush red when it's cut off the body. Um, it's actually a grayish purple color. So once you see that meat before you put them preservatives and them additives in it, the preservatives and the protein in it, you probably wouldn't eat it. Um, It lasts from the factory 20 over 280 days. So at the end of the day, when we get that meat to the supermarket, they can leave it unthawed. Yes, real meat is rotten. It is. As soon as it's off the body, it's 26 seconds later, 26 seconds after being cut off the body and oxygen hits it, it rots. Same as fish, but fish only rots in our stomach 12 hours after we consume it. That's why you can never, when you eat seafood, you ain't pooping out nothing solid. It's coming out like water. And the only thing that you getting out of that is the worms, the parasites that's in the fish. So you know, at the end of the day, we got to realize and watch what we consume. And if you guys have kids, I recommend you to get some kids off of that food too. I know a lot of people that say that I'm a vegan, but I see them taking their kids to McDonald's and giving them McDonald's. You know better than the enemy feeding your kids that stuff. If you want your body to be clean, why shouldn't your kids' body be clean? It's the same thing. You see what I'm saying? So we got to be aware of what we're doing as well with our kids, because it starts with them. I know I'm jumping all around. This is my first time going live. Next time I'm gonna get everything organized. I'm just excited that I can go live now and talk to you guys. But we have to reach the youth at one point in time because they are in control of our future. Without them, we wouldn't. Our future is going to be shot. I could see some of the young brothers out here. I can't see myself leaving. I can't see myself leaving my faith in some of these young cats' hands, some of these young brothers and sisters' hands that's out here. Because if we are dependent on them to move forward with this, we have to groom them. We have to teach them. And in order for us to teach them, we have to get self-knowledge of who we are. So at the end of the day, we have to reach the youth. That's my biggest thing. In order for us to reach the youth, we have to put them on the same path as us, as eating, meditating, and just living a righteous life. You see what I'm saying? Um, it's we can try all day, but we have to do. I'm not going to, harp on you because I understand, it's hard for kids to switch over like that. It's hard for kids to get off of that because it's a drug. People don't realize food is more addicted than drugs that we have on the streets. Um, People feel good over food. The same way you feel when you taking a drug, you feel like that when you eating. I know I used to. I used to be happy when I had got a $100 steak and was able to to eat that $100 steak. That felt good. It was like I said, it was like a drug. Um, so at the end of the day, if we plan on surviving and moving forward, we have to get the kids involved too. We have to educate our kids. I tell people it's a school in my city called Martin Luther King, and they don't even celebrate Martin Luther King Day or any. They don't even celebrate Black History Month. But the name of the school is called Martin Luther King, um, and basically I look at that as them being culture poachers. You see what I'm saying? I ain't saying culture vultures. It's beyond that. It's culture poachers. They ripping our culture away from us slowly. Um, right now everything is just the name that we stand for. It doesn't a name that everything is just a name. We don't stand for anything right now. We just rather go by names and put titles on us. So that's why I made that video earlier about us standing for something, us governing ourselves over laws that we can actually pass on to our kids. The main thing that I want to talk about is how the way we're moving around out here as well. A lot of us move in silence, like I do. I move in silence. A lot of us don't move in silence, So it's crazy how things happen. We have to move in silence because we can't show the enemy our hand. If we show the enemy our hand, they're gonna come through and they're gonna tear it all up. Yeah, they have been taking history out of our Black history. They don't even talk about slavery anymore, which wasn't true anyway. That's why I want you guys to get this book and read this book right here because it'll explain to you what slavery was. Slavery wasn't. It really didn't exist. It did, but it was illegal. Christopher Columbus, one of his dear friends, if I'm not mistaken, his brother actually got executed for um, transporting slaves illegally. Um, they stole a lot of Africans from over, a lot of our ancestors from over in Africa to build this country we are in right now. So half of the people that built this country, to build the White House, they were stolen and stripped from their land. So when you see those things and when you see that in a book and you realize what's going on, that's when you can actually counteract on a lot of other things and see what's going on in your neighborhood and see how they doing that to us. See, they stripping. Yes, they. You said the tribes killed that guy. Yeah, we got to stop a lot of talking too, because at the end of the day, talking is cheap. We can talk all day. We can exhaust our jaws all day, but it's time to move forward. But yeah, what I was trying to say, you are in Cleveland. You know what? We gonna have to connect one day. I'm starting my own tribe. We all got to start a tribe somewhere. We all got to have a leader. We all got to have a code about ourselves. You see what I'm saying? So I'm starting my own tribe. I got a couple of soldiers with me. My man Sticks, he down for the cause. All of you guys on here are down for the cause. We can get a lot of things accomplished. We can set up meeting places to where everybody maybe can meet at a certain city and move forward with that. Or at the end of the day, we can make it to where I can come to y'all city, and we can do some we can do some classes, or we can do some seminars or something. You know, I'm getting all of that in place right now. I'm just starting off, so I'm just doing the jobs of the ancestors that's lead me to this, you know, and I feel wonderful because um anything that I can think of that I really feel. Oh, are you 8 hours away? Okay. See, we can meet halfway, 4 hours, you know. I can hook up with Shantae. Is that how you pronounce your name, Shantae Edwards? Okay, I can hook up with Shantae and a couple of other cats that's close to me, brothers and sisters that's close to me, and we can actually. Oh, okay, you in St. Louis? I got a lot of family in St. Louis. That's crazy. Yeah, I got a lot of family in St. Louis. We can meet in Chicago. You see what I'm saying? Chicago might need us to come down there. Sticks, where you at? Are you in Florida? Well, see, Sticks, you can. Well, next time I come to Florida, I can meet up with you, man. I was in Florida for almost 2 weeks. Oh, you in Spain now? Okay, in the military. Hey, that's even cooler. You know, you can infiltrate the system for us. I don't know if you ever seen that movie, The Spook That Sat by the Door. That's a good movie to watch. It explains everything. Oh, Sticks, you in? Oh, okay, you in Illinois? Okay. See, that's what I'm saying, man. Look, we can. I got brothers in New Jersey. I got brothers in Atlanta. You know, no, I'm in Ohio. I was in Florida. I was down there for 2 weeks for the show. But I'm in Ohio. This is my hometown right here. I'm in Toledo, Ohio. Yep. That's some of that. That's some of that rye in. There we go. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, I'm in Toledo actually. But it doesn't take much for me to jump on the road, you know. We all can meet up and we can set up a game plan and we can meet up and we can move forward with what we gonna do. You see what I'm saying? We can set this up anytime. See, that's what I'm saying. This ain't no coincidence. I'm 3.5 hours from Chicago. Oh, okay. Hey, you know what? I'll be in Florida in June too, so we can probably make that happen because me and Mrs. Skirr, we're gonna start a little well, she's gonna have her YouTube page to where she's gonna do recipes and cook live, and I'm gonna join her on a lot of those sessions. You know what I'm saying? Because me and her, we can make some magic in the kitchen. We did it once before. It was kind of private, you know, but yeah, we can make some magic in that kitchen. We can make something really happen. So yeah, for sure, we can meet up when you come down there. Just let me know. Like literally, Sticks, man. I'm 3.5 hours away from Chicago. I can throw it in my GPS and show you. It's something. It's some brothers down there too that we can connect to. You got a lot of powerful brothers in Chicago, well, Illinois, as well. I'll send you a couple of the numbers to some of my peoples down here. See, you know, I was a street soldier, so a lot of times when I go in different cities, I get that respect because game recognize game. You know, spirits recognize spirits. I'm gonna stop using those slang words. Spirits recognize spirits. So when I go in different cities, just like I did in Florida, I felt like I was at home. You know, Florida is my second home now. I will be moving down there pretty soon. But in order for me to move down there, I have to get things established here. I'm bringing a road to restoration here. Actually, it's going to be a Toledo chapter, so everybody that's close to me can come to my road to restorations. I will be having road to restorations as well. You know, I have all the paperwork, and this is the paperwork for Ohio. You know, I'm bringing it to Ohio, you guys. So when y'all see the road to restoration and everything that they're doing in California and in Orlando, I'm going to be doing the same thing. And I just wanted to show you guys something. Um, I want to show you something subliminal that there's messages all around us and we don't realize it. But once you realize these messages, you'll understand something. I wonder, can you guys see something? Can you guys see this? Do you guys see the message in that? Just look for a minute. And when you guys see it, I'm gonna explain to you what that is after that, and what it means, and how they're using um, codes and stuff like this to, attract our kids. I would never recommend my son to work at. I would never recommend any of my kids to work here. Okay, y'all see that, right? It's the arrow. Look at that. You see that arrow? I know you guys see FedEx trucks all the time and probably didn't know. Yep. Yes, exactly. And y'all see the arrow, right? Federal execution. Thank you. And so what that arrow is for our brothers and our young brothers and sisters that yes, exactly. It's for our young brothers and sisters. They get them working there. They offer them that $12, $13 an hour, and they think it's money. They think it's a come up. But us as Africans, we're not supposed to be working third shift. You know why they got us working third shift? So we won't be able to endure this right here because they know this is our power. If they put us on third shift, we sleep all day. We sleep all day. So we miss our power. You see what I'm saying? You guys get it? Um, McDonald's, they got a restaurant and a playhouse. And so instead of you taking your kids to the park, you take your kids to eat some McDonald's and let them play in the playhouse with all the germs in there. You see what I'm saying? That's how they doing us. That's what they do to us. So at the end of the day, man, we got to be smart, smarter than the enemy. I'll never order anything from FedEx ever again. We can come up with our own shipping. We can ship through the mail. We don't need them. We can use US mail. It might take a couple of days, but this is another form of slavery right here. Have you guys ever Googled and seen who own places like that? No one really never knows who own these places. These are a lot of these places that we shop at, a lot of these big industries, they come from slave, they're descendants of slave masters. And everything that happened back in the day is still happening now, as far as them stealing us from Africa, bringing us over here to build this city up, to build this country up. They doing the same thing, but we building their dreams. Yep. Me too. I stick with the regular post. They all land in the same bed together. The health industry, the food industry, the insurance industry, the car industry, and the television, telelies. They hit us with these diet plans. If you take that T off, it's die. You see what I'm saying? All of that stuff is not for us. So when we get back to who we are, we ain't gonna have to worry about nothing else. We ain't gonna need them. Trust me, man. I've been studying this stuff for the longest, man. I see how they operate. I see how they do us. A lot of times we go to the park. Yes, pharmacy. Pharmacy. I'm gonna speak on that. Pharmacy is sorcery. Um, Basically, Rite Aid is ritual. Um, a couple of people have touched on that situation, and they were pretty much right. I'm not gonna put any names on there because a couple of those cats I really don't respect because of what they do. They're no different than the missionaries. A lot of people they got stuff set up like this, but they got a place where you can send them money just from them talking to you. I don't need that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not in it for that. I'm not asking for no donations or anything. But my thing is when you riding around in Bentleys and you put your daughters in Bentleys and stuff, but you asking people for donations and you harping on people that's only putting $1 on your page, maybe that's all they can afford. That's some type of appreciation because knowledge ain't free. You see what I'm saying? But I'm getting paid from my ancestors to give you guys this. So I don't worry about getting paid. All of that's going to come. All of that is in the process of what I'm doing. So at the end of the day, we have to realize the world that we live in and how it's tricked for us and how it's not made for us. Pharmacy is, like I said, it's all they do is sell death, comfort death. I know a person that's addicted to pain medicine and don't even know it. You see what I'm saying? They give you, if you think about it, they give you all of these pain meds. What are the pain meds going to do to heal the situation? People never ask that. What is this pain medicine doing for me? How is it going to help me? How is the medicine you giving me going to help me get better? When I go to the doctor and he offered me something, I ask him, how is that going to make me get better? How is that going to help me? And if he can't explain it to me, I'm gonna just leave it alone. But guess what? What I'll do is I'll find something similar to what he's trying to give me in a veggie cap or in a form to where I can, because half of the medicine that we take, we can replace that with what we eat. You see what I'm saying? Once you replace that with what you eat, you no longer have to deal with they medicine and they sorcery that they put on us. Because that's all it is, that it spells. You take a Percocet and you out. You forget about what's going on. Your kids running around doing whatever. That is no different than a witch putting a spell on you for like 2 hours. It's the same thing. That's why if you Google back in the day, hold on, you guys. Hello. Hey, hey. Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. So at the end of the day, we have to. Yes, a lot of that medicine is killing our melatonin, and our jobs are too. Factories, there's no. If you work at a factory, there's no sunlight in factories. You work third shift, um, you don't get no sunlight. Only sunlight you might get is after you take your kids to school and you going straight to the bed. It's set up for a reason. I don't recommend all Africans to work third shift because they're taking our sunlight away from us. You see what I'm saying? It is. It is. The power of out of sight, out of mind is a big power. It's a big tool that we have as Africans. A lot of us can be out of sight, out of mind. When I walk through the mall, I don't even look at them ants. I do not look at them ants at all. I don't pay them no attention. And it's like they can feel something. Trust me, all of them feeling something right now. They know something is going on. They know something is about to take place. So best believe they're preparing like we are. But see, we 10 steps ahead because they don't know what's going on with us. They don't know stuff like this. They don't know that his brothers out here like me and Lance. Well, they know Lance because Lance is on a bigger platform than me, but they still can't touch him. He's untouchable. Our ancestors are so powerful to where we're not reflected or deflected off of anything that they put in front of us. You see what I'm saying? I didn't have people mysteriously send me text messages and offer me certain things. I don't want it because that's going to take me away from you guys and giving a little bit of knowledge that I have to you guys. So at the end of the day, we have to be aware of that too. Um, it's going to be a point in time to where we are going to own businesses to where we don't have to deal with those people. I plan on buying a plaza in the future, and this plaza has over 12 to 15 storefronts in it. And the neighborhood that the plaza is in a predominantly black neighborhood. Um, They have a grocery store there, but it's only frozen food there. I don't know if you guys have places like that in y'all neighborhoods, man, but I'm telling you, man, they replaced the grocery stores with Dollar Generals and dollar stores, Family Dollars, corner stores selling chicken and fish out of there now and fries. Man, that's death. How are you allowed, man? Back in the day, you weren't allowed to sell that stuff in corner stores. They used to sneak doing that. Now you can go to any corner store and get something to eat, and ain't none of that food healthy. So what I do is I go into corner stores and I ask them like, hey, why you ain't got no salads? What's up with the salads? Why y'all don't have things for vegans? Why y'all don't have a place where we can go and get some fresh squeezed juice or something like Java juice? You see what I'm saying? We don't have things like that in the neighborhood. They don't set that up for us. Yeah, history repeats itself all the time. It's been repeating itself for years. Hey, listen, I stay in Ohio. Today is one of the first sunny days we didn't have in literally 2 weeks. It hasn't been nice since I got back from Orlando. When I got back from Orlando, it was probably 38 degrees in Toledo. My father just walked in. You can ask, he'll vouch for you. Today is literally one of the first sunniest days, and I've been back from Orlando almost 2 weeks. Today is one of the very first sunny days that I didn't have in my city. Um, I still get a little bit of sunlight when I can because the sun still shines through the clouds. But today is beaming, so I will be getting out there in a few. Um, but yeah, I just wanted to see how this live will go. Um, I think I'm gonna do another live around like 9 or 10 o'clock, and we're gonna go all night if you guys want. We can. I'm gonna have topics. We can talk about certain things, whatever you guys want to talk about. Um, we can touch on anything you guys want to touch on. This is actually for you. It's for you guys to um, connect, and we can touch on things ourselves and maybe come up with some solutions. But I do want to hook up with all of you guys in my chat, and we can connect, and we can hit a city up. Um, like I said, Chicago seems like the closest place for all of us to meet at. We can do that, and I can meet up with you, my sister, when you come to Florida. That'll be nice. But I'm gonna end this chat. I just wanted to see if it worked. I got everything set up to where I can chat now. I'm gonna still do videos and everything, but I'm gonna start chatting more because I want to interact with you guys, and this is wonderful, man. You know, um, I feel like the young brother Lance right now, but this C-Rod Natur, I'm doing my own thing, but we're all connected. We're all family. Um, there's no difference between my page and his page. He got a lot more followers and viewers than I do, but that's all gonna come for me. I just want to get some more people on board so I can do a lot more with this YouTube as far as like taking my camera places and getting shots of things that um, you guys probably never knew of or seen. Um, we have a botanical garden where I stay at, and normally when I go out there, it's weird because a lot of the squirrels, a lot of the animals, I'll sit in the cut, and a lot of the animals will come to me, and I want to record that to show you guys how powerful nature is and how close we are to nature. Once you're a spiritual person, the animals look at you as their kin because that's who they are. I tell people like, man, we wouldn't eat our cousin or our nephew or our niece. So why are we eating animals? It's the same thing. So when you connected with these animals, they're connected with you, and then Mother Nature is more connected with you as her child. You see what I'm saying? Um, she's one of the that's why I compare you women and Mother Nature because she's a force to be reckoned with. There's no weapon that any man, yes, it will be nice to meet up all true. There's no weapon that any man or woman can create to destroy Mother Nature. You see what she did to that church? Um, with the Catholic Church, I don't even, man. I try not to even get into stuff like that because that's part of the matrix. Um, but she can destroy anything that she come across with her rap. And you women, you African women, y'all can too. That's what I'm saying. That's how powerful you guys are. You guys have the power to make heaven on earth or hell on earth. I don't know if it sticks. You probably the only man in the chat, but I don't know if you ever dealt with a scorned woman before, boy. Woo, it's hell. You see what I'm saying? It's literally hell. So once you women, you African women, realize the power that you have, you can use that power in a positive way. You can use that power in a way that's going to benefit us. You see what I'm saying? Because your voice travels louder sometimes through the airwaves or the frequency to get to Natur, because you guys have a special connection with her. You guys do the same thing she do. She gives birth, she gives life. You guys do too. That's why we're considered. That's why I consider myself Ra. You know, without Natur, Ra can't do anything. Without Ra, Natur can't do anything. Nothing won't grow out here without the sun shining on it. You know, she can produce anything, but it takes us brothers to shine on our females in order for them to grow and for them to um, pull out the true power that they have. I don't know if that makes sense to you guys, but that's how important we are. You know, I appreciate you guys coming on the chat. I'm about to go ahead and end this. Like I say around 10 o'clock, I'm gonna put a reminder up for you guys, and I'm gonna go live again tonight, and we can talk on things. We can talk about certain things. We can touch on different topics. We can come up with a plan to meet up and maybe go to Chicago first, and you know, talk to some of the youth there. I don't mind walking around on the streets talking to the youth. I don't mind, you know, going in front of these churches and telling these my African brothers and sisters what's going on. You know what I'm saying? I don't mind doing none of that. I'm a one man show. I'll do it by myself, but it's better when it's a bunch of us. You see what I'm saying? The truth is shown more when it's a bunch of us, and when it's a bunch of us, we more powerful together. You see what I'm saying? So Africa will unite soon, and we all are going to be a part of that. So I just want to give you guys shout out, peace, love, and righteousness, peace, love, and happiness. Enjoy y'all day. If y'all got sun out in y'all city, get out and then suck some of that sun up. That's energy that we need. So I love y'all. I'll talk to y'all tonight around 10 o'clock. Peace. In this stream.